Hey guys, good morning to you. This is Mornings with McDaniel. We're going to be talking about something very interesting today. Um, and it's something I've never really come up against ever in my life. I mean, and anyone who knows me, my hat is driving me nuts. I'm 6'5", so I'm not a small human. I'm actually abnormally huge, like 220 something pounds. Here's a point: cyberbullying. I've been, I have a lot of friends and family members that have kids. I don't have any kids, as who knows me. Um, and I never really got it, right? Never understood kind of how that would affect a kid. I'm like, God, it's simple. Just turn it off. If I guess someone's bullying you, just delete the app, turn something off. It's got a power button, right? Last night, I was laying in bed and I was minding my own dang business. I was sitting there playing some mahjong, listening to the news, my general decompression time frame during the day. And my phone goes bing. And I'm like, okay, well, that's new. And it was this individual that I had known in a past life in regards to when I used to live in San Francisco. And this individual and he and I, were buddies, and then we kind of butted heads, and then just he went his way, I went my way. Let's put it that way. Haven't talked to him since January 16th of this year. And it wasn't like an in-depth conversation, right? It was a very surface level conversation. He wanted to come up and hang out, and I was just kind of like, I don't think this is going to work, bro. It's not going to happen. So then I'm looking at my phone here because I'm going to get out the text message because I want to talk to you guys about this, because I sat there later that evening and this morning. I'm like, how do I respond to this? How do I interact with this? And I honestly didn't really know how to respond. I did not know. I was like, huh, do I get mad? Do I get frustrated? Do I lash back out? Do I say something? Or do I just shut up? What do I do? So here this is. I'm not gonna give you any names, but I'll show you some context. Let's put it that way. So he sent me this thing about a certain individual who might hold the highest office, in the entire United States. We all know who I'm talking about. So for we don't get banned or shadow banned or anything, I'm not going to say any names. But he said, "Quote." Now this is what he wrote me, and this, so I'm going to read this line by line, so there's no misunderstanding about this in any way, shape, or form. Let's do that. Okay. Bingo, bango, boongo. Sorry, I had something that popped up here in front of me. All right, so it started off at like 9:05 or 9:08 or something like that. Says, he's talking about our president, a white man. I was gonna say, well, sorry, these glasses drive me nuts. White men have those violent fantasies of killing someone who touches their daughter, but then a rapist, all in caps, by the way, comes along and they vote for him and put his flag in their truck. I'm like, okay, I don't know why someone's cranky pants this morning. So I just responded back in pure jest with, where the heck is this darn conversation went? Oh, there it is. I sent back something in jest, and it was just, baby Trump dancing. I thought it was funny. It's humorous. You having a rough day, whatever. Maybe let's put a smile on your face. This is where it gets really weird, and this is where the bullying started. He said to me, "Now that's how, quote, normal people would respond to shit. Way to go, genius." Obviously, very, very condescending. I said, "Well, man," he's from England. I'm like, "Hey, man, if you're upset the way it's going here in the States, you're always welcome to go back to England. Just saying. Not trying to start a fight, just completely baffled, right?" He said, "Say it to my face, tough guy. Hard to believe I made friends with a total retard." That was his words, not mine. You think you're a tough guy? You think you're whatever? You have no idea. You're a moron. And I'm at that point, I'm kind of like, huh. Well, that's new and interesting. So I said, okay. I gave him the okie dokie, little sign thing like we all did as kids. And he says, okay, this is where it gets really bad. Like he hits below the belt here. And I'm going to get to a point here on all of this. It says, stay up there. I don't understand this part, by the way. Help me. Maybe you guys can help me understand this part. Stay up there on your lonely little mountain. I don't live on a mountain. With your guns. Maybe lick it a bit. I had to be a misspelling. Gets lonely. No wonder your girlfriend kicked you out. Hmm. Okay. Not very nice. That was at 9:06. I didn't respond. 9:09. Response was, I'll tell you what, tough guy, join ICE, mask up, no identification. Anyone can do that and kidnap someone, and then come and arrest me, maybe torture me if you feel like it, and then send me back to England? Question mark. What a cunt you are, meant in the most disrespectful manner. Someone's got some mental challenges here. I didn't respond. 30 something minutes later, 9:34. You enjoy horrible shit, right? Question mark. You like to hear about people suffering, right? Is that what you wanted? What? I'm like, going, what are you talking about? So enjoy it. Maybe with a glass of Chianti. What? So here's the point. Now you guys have the backstory here. There's absolutely, whoops, fuck. That went bad. I think I just kind of maybe dialed them. Oopsie. Um, how would you instruct a child to respond to that? I'm a 47-year-old man, and I got heated under the collar. My nerves started get going. I was getting ticked off. I was completely confused on how to handle said situation, and my own brain started yelling at me, going, "Greg, do what you've always talked about. Turn the phone off. Get rid of it. Delete the app. Whatever it is. Do not engage." But I found myself wanting to engage, wanting to just go for the jugular on something, right? But I knew I wouldn't solve anything like that. So what I really thought about is that if I was a younger child, I thought about my nieces and my nephews, and what would they do? How would they be able to interact and react and process something along those lines? Now, I know a lot of kids get bullied, and man, it really never clicked in my brain. I don't have kids. I've never had to deal with that, right? But how many adults get bullied in the business and sales and corporate events? And you hear about a lot of the times, ladies who, are misled by guys' intentions, and you know what I mean. And things that shouldn't happen. Well, people all deal with grief and stress and confusion and everything else. I think what I'm trying to get across on this one is that it was an absolute, complete, and total eye opener for me, as someone that I considered a friend that would turn on me with no justification, no cause. And I think I handled it right. I think I did. Not 100% sure. But, maybe somewhere, somehow, I don't know. I'm totally confused on kind of what to do at this point with this whole process. But whatever it is, it's a lot of pain out there. A lot of folks are struggling through something, and they just lash out. And it's up to us to be able to stand up, not give in to our immediate knee jerk reaction of, I'm going to go down there and wall up on you. It's, discretion, kindness, calmness, relaxing, understanding the true issue, problem, concern, thought theory, whatever it is, and not allowing to people to rent space in your head. Because if they rent space in your head, then they own you. It's kind of like an apartment, right? You can rent space in an apartment, but here in California, I mean, tenants have more power than the landlords. So, same thing. If you allow someone to sit and rent space in your brain, then they control you. Don't allow that. Don't allow that agent, that eh, person you went to college with or high school, or next door neighbor or whatever, you know, kind of rent space in your brain. Step free of having someone do that. Allow yourself to be the amazing, awesome human being that you are. And just understand that when someone has a bad day and they reach out and they lash out at you, they're really lashing out at themselves for the most part, unless there's something I don't know. But, like the incident I just discussed, there's no provocation for that. It just happened. So why am I letting it resonate with me? Purely for this video. After that, I don't care. Literally don't care. So, anyways, you guys are amazing. It's raining as all heck behind me. Hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day. I am going to turn over a new leaf. I got an amazing meeting with someone very, very cool here in a few minutes. So I'm excited about that one. So you guys have a great weekend. be amazing sauce, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Okay. Boom. Peace. Love you guys. See you then. Bye.